Thank you, Nina, and welcome to BBC London. Good afternoon. First, this lunchtime. Imagine receiving thousands of pounds in fines in the post, all addressed to you, but they relate to offences you didn't commit. Well, that's exactly what's happening to victims of car cloning. It happens when criminals steal or copy another car's registration plates. They put them on a similar looking vehicle, and all traffic fines and offences are then sent to the legitimate owner. Well, Jessica Yore has been talking to one man who reached out to us after watching BBC London's previous coverage of car cloning.
Multiple Transport for London, I think we're up to 6 now. There's been over 6 bus lane fines, parking charges, speeding tickets. Most of them have been multiple tickets.
Ethan has had fines in the thousands over the last few months. And even though they're all addressed to him and even reference his car, he didn't actually commit the offences. He's been the victim of car cloning.
Because of the amount of tickets that we got through, all of a sudden, I was worrying that I was going to continue getting more and more, because I think we must have had about 10 come through the letterbox, and I didn't want any more coming through. So the police generally advised, saying the quickest way to get rid of your number plate would be to purchase a private number plate and then report it to the DVLA, which we did.
But £300 later, Ethan's car continues to be flagged by cameras and even the police. And although Ethan kept submitting evidence to prove it wasn't his car being caught, one organisation refused to accept it.
The other companies, including the police, accepted our evidence, and we got notification that they had got rid of the tickets. But for Transport for London, it has been going on since August 2024. And it's still continuing to go on now, just not accepting the evidence. CCTV images of my car being at my workplace, hotel confirmations, we had groceries that I brought in Scotland, and they rejected it and said it wasn't significant evidence.
Ethan isn't alone. Car cloning is on the rise, with the BBC investigation finding a sharp increase in fines being cancelled due to cloning. But once cloning has happened, it's a long and costly process to sort. In a last attempt to avoid court, Ethan has come to Peterborough magistrates to resubmit his evidence.
My appeal was rejected by Transport for London, so the next stage was to make a declarational statement. The documents are costing £30 per document, and obviously I've got 6, so that's £180 just for a document signature.
And actually there's no guarantee that this will be enough to make everything go away?
No, there's no guarantee at all, and I hate to imagine what the further cost would be. So that's all sorted, 6 signatures, £180, and it took less than 3 minutes. And I don't even know if it's going to be worth it.
We wrote to TfL and they have since issued Ethan with an apology. They told us in a statement they had not received sufficient evidence to support Ethan's case, but having reviewed it, they've now cancelled all of the penalties. But the letters have kept on coming, and in the last few days, this one's arrived with the threat of bailiffs. Although TfL accept that Ethan has indeed been the victim of car cloning, the road back to normal feels like a long way off. Jessica Yore, BBC London.
A woman who murdered her 2 young sons has been sentenced to life imprisonment. 47-year-old Cara Alexander from Dagenham was found guilty of murdering her 2 and her 5-year-old in the bath at their home in Cornwallis Road in December 2022. She's been sentenced to a minimum term of 21 years. Croydon Council's facing criticism as nearly a third of its public CCTV cameras are still out of action, leaving black spots in coverage across the borough. Experts warn that these gaps in surveillance are putting public safety at risk and undermining crime prevention efforts. Well, Croydon Council said it's working closely with the police to make the borough safer. Now, 2 busking performance pitches in Leicester Square have been suspended by Westminster City Council in order to comply with a court ruling. It follows a case between Global Radio and the council, where a judge ordered the local authority to stop what he called the nuisance caused by buskers. Well, Westminster City Council said although street performers were much loved, it had a legal obligation to act. Now, some little otter pups at London Zoo have decided it's time to take their very first swim. These Asian short-clawed otter pups were born in January. They've spent their first few months tucked up inside their nesting box, but with temperatures warming up, the pups have now decided to start venturing out for a dip. Zookeepers have been capturing their antics on hidden cameras, and they're certainly enjoying this warm April weather. Now, finally, this lunchtime, a musical charity, Electric Umbrella, got Simon Cowell's golden buzzer on ITV's Britain's Got Talent, and they're now preparing for the live semi-finals. The rock and roll band from Watford works to make music more inclusive, and Victoria Cook has been to meet them.
An explosion of yellow and pure joy. But Electric Umbrella didn't expect what happened next. A golden pass putting them straight through to the live semi-finals.
My tears just fell like a fountain. And I was just like, did that really just happen? And I was like, we're going to be famous.
I got really happy and like tears through down my eyes and everything.
Exploding yellow joy is a regular thing here at Electric Umbrella HQ. This is just a normal Tuesday afternoon. A warm-up, not a rehearsal, for their next performance.
We believe very much that the magic is in the moment, and that all that we really have to do, and you can see by the spaces that we create, is you create magic spaces and then beautiful things can happen within it.
And in those magic spaces, uniquely adapted instruments. Everyone can take part. Their message here is there's no such thing as normal, a message they're now sharing with the world.
The response from everybody everywhere has been so incredibly overwhelming. So much love has been pouring out. So much thanks from people from all over the country that perhaps have a loved one with some kind of learning disability or neurodivergence that have said thank you for the hope, thank you for the difference that you're making to society and perceptions and the way that the world works. So it feels like quite a responsibility to be able to be in this position to make change.
Making change is what Electric Umbrella is all about. The band take their songs into local schools and they run music sessions here in Hemel Hempstead nearly every day.
It feels like we're a family coming together and enjoying ourselves. And I get to meet people like me and I don't get judged.
That feeling of belonging, mixed with a lot of enthusiasm and joy, is now being packaged up and prepared to be delivered to us all at the live semi-finals in May. But can Electric Umbrella win the whole competition?
Anything's a possibility, isn't it? Anything's possible. I'm really excited.
Victoria Cook, BBC London.
Oh, good luck to them. Now, it's a month until the 80th anniversary of VE Day, and we're looking for your photos, memories and family stories from the time. Do share them with us. You can do so by scanning the QR code that's on your screen now, or email us at hello@bbclondon@bbc.co.uk. Now, though, it's time for a look at the weather. Here's Gemma.
Good afternoon. The sunshine that we've had this morning is going to continue as we go through the rest of the day today and into tomorrow as well. But later in the weekend, we are going to see some showers moving their way in, and there's going to be further showers or longer spells of rain into next week as well. Now, at the moment, we've got this area of high pressure that's going to move away to the southeast, and it's going to start to allow these fronts to move their way in as we go through the latter part of the weekend and into next week, bringing with them showers or longer spells of rain. But out there this afternoon, it's going to stay dry and fine. Lots of sunshine around. It's going to be feeling warm in that sunshine as well, with highs of around 21 to 23 degrees for many of us. Now, through this evening overnight, it is going to stay dry. We're going to hold on to those clear skies as well. There could be a few mist and fog patches forming though as we go through the overnight period, and it is going to be a chilly night with lows for some of us of around 5 to 7 degrees. Now, looking ahead to tomorrow, it is going to be another dry and fine day. There's going to be lots of sunshine around as we go through the course of tomorrow, but later in the day we are expecting more cloud to start to move its way in from the west. It is going to be feeling warm though once again tomorrow, with highs for many of us once again around 21 to 23 degrees. Now we are expecting some showers to move their way in as we go through Saturday night and into Sunday. Those could be heavy at times, so Sunday's going to be a breezier day with sunny spells and a few showers, and then more changeable as we go through into next week.
That's all from us now. Back to Nina with the rest of the BBC News at 1. Goodbye.